when Morocco lost but did not break. That night, silence felt different. It was not the silence of a finished football match. It was the silence of a nation that had stood inches away from a dream and then watched it slip away. Cafes closed earlier than usual. Conversations faded into short, unfinished sentences. Red flags that had filled the streets hours before remained hanging, as if unsure whether they should fall or keep believing. Morocco had lost the Africa Cup of Nations final. But what was lost was not just a trophy, it was a memory, a wound, a hope that had been waiting patiently for years. A dream that grew too heavy. Before the tournament began, there was no talk of participation. There was no patience left for excuses. This generation was different. European stars, world-class experience, a team that had already made history on the global stage. People said, "This is our time." Others whispered, "If not now, then when?" The dream grew bigger, and with it, the fear of losing it once again. The road to the final. Hope mixed with caution. Match after match, Morocco advanced, not always with beauty, but always with determination. Every victory carried joy and a quiet fear. Because Moroccans knew this feeling, they had felt hope rise before, only to watch it collapse at the final moment. Yet this time felt different. The team seemed stronger, calmer, more mature. The final was waiting. The final, where mistakes are unforgiven. From the first whistle, tension filled the air. This was not a game of freedom. It was a game of nerves. Every misplaced pass felt dangerous. Every missed chance felt painful. Minutes moved slowly, heavy, unforgiving. The players fought. They ran. They believed. But belief alone does not always protect you from fate. Then, the moment that changed everything. One moment, one goal. It was not just a ball crossing the line. It was shock. No screams at first, no anger, just frozen faces and hearts trying to understand what they were seeing. Morocco pushed forward. They tried again. They refused to surrender. But time was cruel. The final whistle came too quickly. After the whistle, a silent collapse. Some players fell to the ground. Others stood still, staring into nothing. These were not tears of weakness. They were tears of men who knew how close they had been. In the stands, children cried. Fathers looked away. Mothers whispered prayers that came too late. The dream was over. Anger, pain, and endless questions. Hours later, sadness turned to anger. Why did we lose? Was it tactics? Was it pressure? Was it fear? But beneath all the questions, one deeper truth remained. This loss hurt because people cared, because belief had returned, because hope was real. The jersey was not betrayed. Despite the defeat, the Moroccan jersey was not dishonored. The players did not hide. They did not give up. They did not walk away. They lost while standing, and that matters. There is a difference between losing because you are weak and losing because football is sometimes merciless. Players are human before they are heroes. We often forget this. These players carry expectations heavier than stadiums. They hear the criticism. They feel the disappointment. They know that one mistake can break millions of hearts. They played knowing that failure would hurt more than victory would heal. And still, they stepped onto the pitch. What did Morocco really lose? Yes, Morocco lost a final. Yes, Morocco lost a trophy. But Morocco did not lose its football identity, the respect of Africa, the unity of its people, the belief that success is possible. Some losses hide the truth. Defeat reveals it. This loss taught that talent alone is not enough. Pressure can break even the strongest teams. Patience is tested only in pain. And most importantly, great nations are not built by winning alone, but by rising after disappointment. The morning after. The next day, Morocco woke up. The sun rose as always. Life continued. The streets filled again. Yes, it hurt, but it did not destroy. One day this loss will be remembered not as the end, but as a chapter, a necessary chapter in a greater story. Because nations fall, nations learn, and nations rise. And Morocco has always known how to rise.